Welcome back to Silent Balance. I'm your host, Joanna.
And I'm Leslie, looking forward to explore our connections to trees today.
Leslie, we have a sad news today.
Yes, indeed. Movie and television director David Lynch died at the age of 78.
That is very sad. Trees seem to have been significant in David Lynch's life. How did that shape his artistic perspective?
His childhood experiences forged a deep appreciation for trees and creativity.
Did you have any childhood memories with trees that resonate?
I remember climbing an oak, feeling like a king in my own kingdom.
That sounds magical. Trees can be such powerful symbols.
For Lynch, trees symbolize life, death, and mystery in his films.
Yes, I think of their presence in Twin Peaks. It added layers.
Exactly. The towering pines create a foreboding atmosphere.
How do you think trees influence our personal emotions?
They definitely ground us, evoking nostalgia and calmness.
I love that idea. What specific trees have influenced you?
The weeping willow is one. Its graceful branches bring peace.
That's a beautiful choice. They remind us of renewal, don't they?
Yes, each tree tells a story that resonates deeply.
Speaking of stories, Lynch's recent passing impacts us all.
It does. Creating this podcast creates a space for reflection.
What do you find most inspiring about Lynch's philosophy on trees?
He viewed trees as bridges to the unknown, urging exploration.
That's fascinating. It's almost like an invitation to dream.
Right. Nature holds stories that can inspire our creativity.
For sure. What lasting legacy do you see in Lynch's work?
His ability to intertwine nature with art, creating deep connections.
That interplay of nature and creativity is so profound.
Definitely. It reminds us to appreciate the beauty around us.
Have you noticed how trees symbolize both vulnerability and strength?
Absolutely. In Lynch's art, even a stump can evoke strong emotions.
It's incredible. The way nature mirrors human experience is profound.
Yes, Lynch's work asks us to look deeper into those connections.
What's a final thought you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Listen to the whispers of trees. They have so much to teach us.
Beautifully said, Leslie. Thank you for sharing today.
Thank you, Joanna. I enjoyed our conversation about trees.
And thank you, listeners. Until next time, keep exploring nature. You know, Leslie, every time I think about Lynch and his connection with trees, I'm reminded of how they symbolize more than just life.
Exactly. Trees are like living sculptures, each one telling its own story.
And they hold a mirror to our own experiences, don't they?
Definitely. Just like Lynch's films, they provoke thought and emotion.
I think about the oak tree I climbed as a child. It was my fortress, much like Lynch's characters find their own sanctuaries.
Yes, nature often serves as a backdrop for our personal narratives.
And trees, with their roots firmly planted, remind us to stay grounded.
Absolutely. They symbolize resilience and the passage of time.
That's why I created this podcast, to explore these connections between nature and storytelling.
And to honor the legacy of artists like Lynch who found inspiration in the natural world.
Speaking of inspiration, have you noticed how trees can evoke childhood memories?
Yes, I often reminisce about my time spent climbing trees and feeling invincible.
It's amazing how a single tree can hold so many memories.
Absolutely. Each tree is a chapter in our lives.
I think Lynch understood that deeply, weaving those themes into his work.
For sure, his films are layered with the mysteries of nature.
And that's what makes his storytelling resonate with so many.
Indeed, he taught us to look beyond the surface.
As we wrap up, let's encourage our listeners to take a moment to appreciate the trees around them.
Exactly. Whether it's a stroll in the park or sitting beneath a canopy, there's magic in nature.
Well said, Leslie. Thank you all for joining us on this journey through trees and creativity.
Until next time, keep exploring and connecting with the world around you.